Hello friends, welcome back to Pen and Paper YouTube channel. Here we simplify complex legal topics using just a pen and paper. So today we are going to address a growing concern, that is the online loan application. So many users unknowingly fall into the legal and financial traps. So today let's understand what is legal and what is harassment and how to protect yourself whenever you are using any online, that is, loan application. So let's dive in. So friends, now let's understand what are online loan application. So basically these applications are going to provide the instant loan via mobile application and with minimal or no paperwork. So this is the first point, and many operate outside legal boundaries. So this is the most important point because they use the unethical tactics while recovery, and these are not regulated and they are also not authorized. So what they do is they target the people in urgent need. So whenever someone is in need of urgent money, so they tend to catch those peoples. So these may be students, homemakers, small business owners, and trap them with the high interest. So this is very important, and for the short period of time they are going to trap them, and then they will put high interest, and they will also use the unethical recovery tactics. So we have seen a lot of cases nowadays where people tend to go for the online loan application, which are like instant loan, and they will also give the loan that is instant with minimal paperwork. So make sure that these things are the used by the online loan apps, and this is about the online loan application. So friends, to understand the online loan application, we need to see a real life case. This is the case from Telangana, and the name is Girni Monica. So she is a 24-year-old a government employee, and she is going to borrow from few of the apps to manage short-term need. So what she did was she had a very urgency for short term of the money. So what she did was, for that she reached out to multiple applications, and what she did was, from few of the apps, so she managed to make the short term need. But what happened next is the each repayment triggered more offers, and then she ended up from the borrowing from the 55 plus, that is the online loan application. So despite repaying most of the amount, she was harassed by daily calls, SMS, and threats and humiliation. So the recovery agent, which she has borrowed from the different 55 plus the online loan amount, that is the application, the agents, they try to harass her every day. And what she did was she also repaid most of the amount. And then, even though she faced the harassment calls, daily threats, and humiliation by the recovery agents. So, what happened next? So, she died by suicide. This is very sad. And later, her father told that they kept calling even after she died. This is not just the financial exploitation, this is also the psychological abuse what the 24-year-old government employee happened in Telangana. So this is really a sad and real life case we have discussed here. So friends, let's discuss one more case, that is a real life case. So this is Bhumi Sinha. We have changed the name here. So Bhumi borrowed a small amount from the app linked to foreign servers. And then what happened? The recovery agents accessed her contact and threatened to send morphed obscene images to all 486 people in her phone. This is really bad. And they sent her photos of dead bodies and threatened her daughter's safety. So the recovery agents, what they did is they went too much far away, and they sent the morphed photos to her parents, stating that they are going to like for the daughter's safety, they need to pay. So parents, what they did, they repaid the amount and the harassment keep on continued. So this is criminal intimidation and cyber abuse. So make sure friends, so whenever you are using any online loan application, so the the your contacts and the photos and everything, so they will be having access to them, and they are going to collect all your contacts, your photos, and they will try to harass you in a other way. So friends, now let us discuss one more real life case. This is called Flex Scam Network. So BBC uncovered, that is the Colflex Corporation, a network that is going to train the agents, especially the recovery agents, to shame borrowers. So they have trained in such a way that they're all the fake recovery agents, and they are trained to shame the borrowers who have received the money from that online loan application. So victims are all including the teenagers, musicians, and parents. So these are all the victims for this fraud. What has happened? This is a very big scam, and even after repayment, the agents extorted more money using morphed images and threats. So what they did was they already trained to humiliate and shame the borrowers who have taken the online loan amount. So even after they are going to repay, the agents, they try to extort more money using morphed images and threats. What they did was they just had your access to your phone contacts and your gallery. So they took all the photos, they tried to morph them, and then they began to threat. So later what happened? There were 60 plus suicide that have been linked to this scam, and these are not isolated incidents. They are part of the systematic abuse which is from the train to humiliate. It's a very big that is a scam which went on, and there happened to be 60 plus suicide cases which are linked to this Callflex scam network. So make sure that whenever you are going for the any online loan application, so even though if you are making repayment, their hunger is not going to complete. They want more money, more harassment, so that the the amount what they have given, the double the amount, they keep on threatening you using your contacts, your images in your phone gallery. So friends, let's understand one more real life case. This is very sad to hear. So this is Bhupendra Vishwakarma. He is from Bhopal. So basically what happened, Bhupendra, a father from Bhopal, was trapped in a cycle of debt from loan application. So later, when the harassment began and it went to a level, such a level, what he did was he poisoned himself and his children, and then he died by suicide with his wife. So his suicide note described months of torment and threats from recovery agent. Just understand what a level of harassment this person has went through, which made himself and his children and wife to take this step. And then this was also included threats to strip and publicly shame him. So the level of the harassment from the recovery agent. And this is heartbreaking example of how unchecked harassment can destroy families. So there is urgent need. You took loan and hoping that you are going to repay, and at some point due to harassment and threat you have already repaid, but the recovery agent have trained in such a way to humiliate, and then the people tend to take these kind of steps. So the intention of this video is not to like make you uh, like these stories, the real life cases, but this intention of this video is also to make us understand how we need to be safeguard ourselves. So friends, now let's see what is the legal RBI guidelines we have. So friends, the RBI has issued some strict guidelines in the year 2022. So the first one is we need to see and check the only regulated the entities such as the banks or NBFCs can lend the online loan. So this is very much understandable, and the strict guidelines issued by RBI, and the application who are registered, that is the bank and NBFCs, though they need to disclose the loan terms, that is the user or the borrower, they need to understand what are the terms, how they are going to repay it, what is the time period, how much interest they are going to have, and after completion, there is a clearance thing which is going to happen, and also to avoid data abuse and follow ethical recovery practices. So, if in case any kind of application which is going, which after installing, so you saw one online loan application, and then you will install it from Play Store or from iStore, and then if that application is asking you to provide access to contacts and media, then definitely that is an illegal application that you should not proceed again, so that if you tend to install it, they are going to have access to your contact and your gallery, and even though if you're making repayment, they tend to harass you, and then the things are going like in a different way from that point. So make sure the RBI has also instructed the online loan application for the ethical recovery practices they need to use during the recovery process. So friends, now let's see what is harassment here. So friends, the harassment is going to include threat, abusive calls, and it's also going to have the defamation and blackmail. So if in case anything which is going to happen from the recovery agent, so this is going to be called as the harassment. So some application, they are going to morph your photos and send them those photos which are going to be morphed to your contacts, making that to feel yourself defame, and then you tend to pay more money. So if in case the recovery agent tend to visit your home or workplaces to shame you, this is also going to be accountable for the harassment. And if in case there is any defamation, impersonation, and these kind of tactics are illegal and deeply damaging. So you need to be very careful if in case these kind of things are going to happen with you. You need to be aware, and then you need to also reach out to the relevant authorities. We will discuss in the next part of this video. Uh, so now we will see what are the relevant laws you have, so how we are going to protect yourself. So friends, the relevant laws we have to protect you is the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita of uh, the year 2023, and there is also another act, that is Information Technology Act of year 2000. So the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita section 326 is going to like mention about the extortion. If somebody is extorting uh, the money from you with illegal ways, then this section is going to apply. If someone is doing some criminal intimidation using illegal tactics, then this also going to account under section 351. And in section 318, if somebody is cheating you and then they are asking you for the illegal money, even though if you have paid by law the interest and the principal amount, so this section is going to be amount. And then if there are any privacy violations are punishable under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and IT Act. So IT Act, that is the Information Technology Act, section 66D, that is going to tell about the impersonation, and section 66E, that is privacy violation. And if somebody using your photo and if they are morphing it and sending it to your contacts during the recovery process or threatening you, it is going to be count under obscene content. So what you need to do, you need to file an FIR under these sections, and then you need to seek justice because they have committed a very serious crime, and you need to be make yourself aware, and you need to protect yourself so that the damage can be controlled and they should not proceed from that point. So friends, now we will see how you are going to safeguard yourself whenever these kind of situations are going to arise. So if you are in a situation that you are harassed by the recovery agent, so you need to be like you need to stay calm, you should not panic, and then under pressure you should not pay to them. Under pressure you are going to pay more because you will be under pressure and you have been harassed, and you should not like you should not panic at that moment. So stay calm. So the second thing we are going to discuss is you need to preserve the evidence. What are all the evidence they have shared to you? Their the call records. So you have the option to record whenever somebody is going to call you. So make sure to record those calls, and you need to also uh, keep the screenshot of that so that you can file a case, and then you need to uh, like protect yourself. Also the call logs, messages, whatever they are sending, the SMS, WhatsApp messages, and everything. The third point is you need to inform your family about the situation, because family is the first thing whom wha- they are going to come for your support. So never hesitate, whatever the situation is with you. So first you need to inform your parents, your family, your relatives, so that they will take the necessary like concern, and they will at least they will try to uh, like understand your situation, what you are going through. The next thing is you need to collect all these things, and then you need to file an FIR in the nearest police station. Along with that, you need to also consult a lawyer, because these things have went very far, and you should not panic. You should not pay anything. You need to stop the payment. You need to tell them I have filed an FIR. So let's meet. You need to whatever you need to tell. You need to speak with my lawyer, and then you need to report to the RBI as well as to the cybercrime cell. So these are the important things how we are going to safeguard yourself. So whenever these kind of situations are going to arise in the online loan application. So this video is to make aware, not to panic someone, because there are multiple cases which are happening nowadays. So friends, with this we have come to the end of the video. So always know your rights, and you need to also make sure that which is the application you are going to use for the instant money, and then legal help is always available. So likewise you can safeguard yourself, you need to reach out to your family. You should not be panic for the harassment, and then you should not also need to pay more. So these are the things, and the legal protection is your shield which you are going to use in this scenario. So friends, thanks for watching this video, and if this video is helpful for you or someone you know, so please like, share, and subscribe this channel, and let's keep make the law simple and accessible to everyone. So we'll meet you in the next video. Until then, take care.